Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Daria Herasymchuk. On behalf of the team of Medіацентру Ukraine, I would like to all the journalists covering our battle for freedom. We have Daria Herasymchuk, advisor and commissioner of the President of Ukraine for Rights of Children and Children Rehabilitation. Good day, Daria. What are the news? What is on top of your agenda these days? This is a very vast question, and I have a lot to say about it. It is a comprehensive mandate that I have, and it is multifaceted. We have said that in the first days of war, we formed an initiative group comprising ministries, agencies, departments that have to do with the protection of the rights of children. We brought in independent experts, civil society representatives, and international organizations. And this initiative group, from the early days of war, have dealt with all the objectives to do with the protection of rights of children. Daria, this is our meeting, which isn't the first one. So tell us perhaps the most relevant questions. On the 17th of March, the initiative group set up the coordination headquarters, and this coordination HQ is continuing to deliver the mission. Now we are evacuating children from the temporarily occupied territories and other hotspots, even though it's difficult to name a safe place in Ukraine, but still there are safer and more dangerous and perilous areas. So evacuation is very important, the same as the summer vacation, adoption, the return of the forcibly deported children. These are our top priorities. To talk numbers, as of 8 o'clock this morning, I can confirm the death of 243 children and 444 children that have been injured in the war. These are not final numbers. Unfortunately, we don't know the situation in the temporarily occupied territories. As soon as they are liberated, I'm afraid the numbers will grow times. As for the children who are now treated, then the Ministry of Healthcare, as of 26th of May, that was the last numbers given, are currently treating 168 children who've been injured, and 19 children have already had amputated limbs, upper lower limbs. And these are the numbers as of now. To speak about the children who've been forcibly deported or displaced, then according to the information from open sources from the 18th of February, and here we mean the time when the Russia unleashed its war in Ukraine, then there were at least 234,000 children who've crossed the Ukraine-Russian border. They were either forcibly deported or displaced. Also, we have to say that according to the information of the Ukrainian Information Bureau, we have verified that 275,000 children have been deported into Russia, have been forcibly taken into the temporarily occupied Crimea, Donetsk and Luhansk, temporarily occupied territories, which is expressly prohibited by the Geneva Convention. And importantly, I have to say, to bring back the Ukrainian children back home, we need to verify every single child. We need to confirm the identity of every single child. So I'm now reaching out to all the people. If you have a child missing, please go to the National Police and declare the person missing. If you know the cases of abduction of children, forced deportation, forced displacement of children, please report them to the National Information Bureau. Call the hotline 1648 or hold the chatbot in Telegram and Viber, and please report these facts. This will help us verify the identity of every child and then have the algorithm to bring them back. Is Ukraine negotiating with the Russian Federation about the return of the children back to Ukraine? Or are there international intermediaries that may be helping you in this? I'm not authorized to comment on the negotiations with the Russian Federation or about the algorithm to bring the children back, but I would like to say that any information about the potential options to return the children need not be voiced today, as it is a matter of security and life of the children and their opportunity to return home. So I'm urging everyone not to communicate the scenarios, alternatives, and ways to bring the children back. The efforts are in progress. Yes, the efforts are very complicated as we do not have the relations with the Russian Federation, but we are working to make it happen. I can assure you that much. This was Daria Herasymchuk, Advisor, Commissioner for the President of Ukraine for Rights of Children and Children Rehabilitation. Thank you for talking to us. The next briefing is coming up in 13 minutes. We'll have Yuri Zhovtyak, Director of the State Employment Center of Ukraine. Stand with Ukraine.